So Heritage will serve it up first here. Heritage and Pathway in our next matchup of the day. Again, these are individual sets to 25. This is not a best of 3 situation. Every one of these sets is independently scored, and they tabulate all those at the end of the day to determine where these teams fall in terms of seeding for future rounds here. So Pathway will serve up 1-0. Heritage returning left to right here. As it's finally set over and down for a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. Maggie Lawson, a senior for this Pathway club, will get set to serve. A very senior-heavy team for Pathway. As a matter of fact, 7 of their 9 players are seniors. This pumps across, so Panthers to play it in the middle. Put over there by Quinn Horn, and then that's returned under the net. So a 3-0 lead for Pathway. So Lawson to serve here. That deflected back up front, now sent over, and the Panthers will play it. Set in the middle, and Pathway will score again with a 4-0 lead here early. Serve here, tracked down along that back line, and now sent over. Near side, that hit out of bounds. And a 4-1 lead for Pathway. Back to serve for Heritage is Kaylee Hodges. Actually, we have a timeout. So 4-1 the lead for Pathway. Take a quick break, come back in a moment. You're watching the NACA. And an ace served up, makes it a 4-2 lead for Pathway. Serving for Heritage is Leah White, or excuse me, is Kaylee Hodges. So Hodges serves it up. Played back to the far side. Now Heritage trying to track it down. And that's sent across, and that is out of bounds. So a 5-2 lead for the Panthers. Serve here returned on one hit off the hit from Clara Phipps, who was serving it up that time around. Now Heritage will just put it back across. Back to the far side. That pumped over. This track down and now finally put across. Set in the middle. That hit into the net. Make it a 5-3 lead now for Pathway. Maria Camila Espejo Garcia with the serve, and that is out of bounds. So now 6-3 lead for Pathway. Is back to serve is Grace Ketch, another senior on this team. It's played to the outside, and that tipped across and down. Almost 7-3 lead for the Panthers. Service error will make it 7-4. And for Heritage is Caitlin Vasquez, 5'9" sophomore. And there's an ace. Make it 7-5. This tracked down. Actually, a pretty nice save on the far side by Keela Jones. And ricochets around and saved along that back line by Ketch. Back to the far side and put across there. Set to the outside. That's bumped backwards. So we have, I believe, somebody in the net for the Panthers. That's, I think they called Amber Edwards for being in the net. 7-6 the lead for Pathway. Is back in for Heritage is Yanaris Gutierrez. Serve played back to the middle. And now put across and out of bounds off the hit of Keela Jones. All tied up at 7 here in the middle of set 1. Serve played back in the middle. That was deflected. Still alive and now dumped back across. Played in the middle and that hit into the net. And an 8-7 lead for Heritage. Serve from Gutierrez. Played into that back line. Sent across there by Jones. It's tipped back over. Now the Panthers will work back near side. Now set back over. That will eventually fall in. And a 9-7 lead now for Heritage. So Gutierrez will continue to serve here. And play back, and we have a double hit. Now a 10-7 lead for the Eagles and a timeout to Pathway. Take a break, back with more of set 1 in a moment. You're watching the NACA.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير الدنيا داير وزار.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
Let's serve out of bounds. Make it a 10-8 lead for Heritage. And so Libero checks back in. That's Veronica Fernandez. And back to serve for the Panthers is Quinn Horn, 5'6" senior. And that is an ace. So make it 10-9. As Clara Phipps back in for the Panthers. Served by Horn, now tracked down and put across by Hodges. Not sure what happened there, if she missed or started her swing too early or what, but ends up being an 11-9 lead for Heritage. A serve now by Andrea Turan. It's tracked down on the back row and now bumped across, so Panthers will play it again. Back far side, that tipped over and tracked down to the outside. That hit dug out in the back line by Phipps. And that put back into the net. 12-9 the lead here for Heritage. Serve here is played now far side by Jones. She'll just send it over. Set back in the middle. That's dug out along that back line by Horn, and now she'll put it over herself. Back to the near side. That hit out of bounds. It'll make it 13-9 Heritage. Well, we still have 4 or 5 games or something along those lines yet this afternoon. It's on the hour every hour until I think 5 o'clock. So I think we still have 4 more games after this. The serve played out front and then bumped into the net, so that'll make it 14-9. Matter of fact, up next at 2 o'clock, Providence will take on Reynolds Mountain. So Providence and Reynolds Mountain at 2. It's bumped over now. Heritage will play it. Set to the outside. That hit out of bounds. Make it 14-10. Serve here, tracked down along that back line, and now sent over. That's actually a really nice play on the back row by Caitlin Nieves. Is sent back up to the middle, and that hit into the net by Vasquez. Makes it 14-11. Serve here, played back row this time. Sent it back to the middle. Vasquez trying to track it down, and she'll put it across now to the far side. Sent over by Edwards. Tried to set it, did Heritage, and actually a pretty nice play on the outside by Nieves to just keep it alive, and ends up falling down for a Heritage point. So 15-11, they lead it here in set 1. As in for Pathway is Emily Greer. And now the serve by Nieves. Set on the near side. And a kill there for Clara Phipps. Now 15-12. Serve here goes under the net, make it 16-12. Now Vasquez will get set to serve. Set back in the middle, that's tipped over. Now Heritage will play it. Panthers trying to track it down, and they do end up saving it. So to the outside, and a kill there for Garcia. Serve here played up front. That's tipped over. Sent to the outside and put across there by Garcia. This bumped across. They'll set it out, and that's saved and put over by Lawson. And that hit out of bounds. So 17-13, the lead for Heritage. Serve now by Lawson, played back near side, bumped over by Garcia. Set in the middle, that clears. Now back out front and bumped over. Lawson, near side for Horn. Now Heritage, and that eventually falls in off the hit of Garcia. Now an 18-13 lead for Heritage. So Kaylee Hodges, the 5'6" senior to serve for the Eagles here as they try to close out set one up by 5. There's an ace. That'll make it 19-13. As Madison Barnett, the libero, comes back in for the Panthers along with Amber Edwards. Serve from Hodges, return back up front. Now Heritage chance here. Set to the far side, now bumped over. And that tipped across and in by Garcia. Now a 20-13 lead for Heritage. Kelly Hodges with the serve, back to the middle, sent across there by Horn. Back near side, that hit into the net, so now 21-13. This tracked down, now finally bumped over. And that rolls over the top of the net and in, so 22-13 is the lead for the Eagles. Serve play back to the far side. That sent across. Now a one-handed stab on the far side. Ends up falling in for Grace Ketch. (22-14) the lead now for Heritage. That serve into the net. So now set point here, or what should be set point, I think. I thought it was 23-14, but evidently it's just now 23-14. So the serve for Garcia. And track down. This Heritage will play it to the outside. And we have an illegal set on Heritage. So back it comes to Pathway. (23-15). That's on the outside, put over there by Nieves. And that hit into the net, so 23-16. Returned on one hit, out of bounds, so the ace gets things a little bit closer for the Panthers. And 23-17. Sent to the outside for Nieves. Good dig on that back line by Phipps. And deflected out front. Now 23-18. And Grace Ketch will serve. Service error will make it 24-18. We're up to set point. As Caitlin Vasquez back in for the Eagles. Serve from Gutierrez. Tracked down, now sent over. Set to the outside, that hit out of bounds. 24-19. Quinn Horn's serve is an ace. Make it 24-20. And that's out of bounds. That'll do it for set one. 25-20. Heritage takes the first set. Be back with set two in just a moment. You're watching the NACA tournament.
Can one choice change a life? When it's a big choice like choosing a college, it's safe to say yes. Put yourself in the shoes.
Back at the start of set 2, just underway here, and a 1-0 lead for Heritage. As Veronica Fernandez will get set to serve. And that hit into the net, so a 2-0 lead for the Eagles. Serve now played in the middle of the floor. Put across by Ketch. Right near side, and a kill there for Garcia. And a 3-0 lead. Serve here. Play. So into the lineup comes Kaylee Hodges. Hodges, one of the seniors on this Eagles roster. She'll serve with her team up 4-1 here in the second set. To the outside, put across there by Jones, and now we have a whistle, and someone's in the net for Pathway, I do believe. So now a 5-1 advantage. Serve here will end up being an ace and a 6-1 lead. Serve here returned on one hit, played back up front. Put across there by Gutierrez, now far side. Sent over by Jones as Panthers trying to build something here. Near side, that kill for Grace Ketch. And a 6-2 lead now for Heritage. Catch with the serve. And that returned into the net, make it 6-3. Serve played back far side, tipped across there by Garcia, returned into the net, and a 7-3 lead for Heritage here. Is getting set to serve is Andrea Tehran. Well, maybe not. Make sure they stay in the right rotation here. This is Maria Camila Espejo Garcia. And an ace makes it 8-3. So Garcia's serve is deflected, now put back over, and that will fall in. And an 8-4 lead for Heritage. So Quinn Horn with the serve and a rotation error for Heritage, be 8-5. So serve again by Horn. And will be played back and now tipped across. And a good hit out front by Amber Edwards, the 5'9" senior, and it's an 8-6 lead for Heritage. Served by Horn. Taken back near side. That's shot out of bounds. So 8-7 the lead now for the Eagles. Serve here is out of bounds. Service error will give it back to Heritage. 9-7 the lead for the Eagles. And back in is Caitlin Vasquez. Set to serve is Yanaris Gutierrez. This play back here on the near side, bumped across, tracked down by Horn, and now out front, tipped over there by Jones, back to the middle. That's a nice hit out front by Vasquez, and a 10-7 lead. Back out front, and decent hit there from Pathways. Amber Edwards will make it a 10-8 lead. Serve from Jones, played back to the far side, put across by Nieves. To the middle, and another kill, this one by Phipps. Makes it 10-9. Haley Webster will check in. So here from Jones, played to the far side. And this ricochets around, finally gets sent back over. Sent to the middle. And A kill up front by Vasquez, making it 11-9, and this will send Turan back to serve. So back to the far side, now put over. Set near side, and that is hit out of bounds, but it was tipped. So that kill will count, making it 12-9 Heritage. Serve here from Turan, played back up front, set it to the outside for Phipps, and that will fall in. And now 12-10. Up next today, we'll move to the 2 o'clock game between Providence and Reynolds Mountain. That coming up after the conclusion of this particular match. Short serve there. Played up front, and that hit into the net by Vasquez, making it 12-11. Service error will make it 13-11 Heritage. And now Caitlin Nieves to serve. Turn back over, played in the middle. That hit out of bounds. Now 13-12. And eventually that serve falls in. We're tied at 13.
Can one choice change a life? When it's a big choice like choosing a college, it's safe to say yes. Put yourself in the shoes of a new student. You want teachers you can really learn from, classes you look forward to, friends who share your faith, and times you won't forget. But more than that, you want a college that prepares you to serve God with your life. Pensacola Christian College offers all this and more. Come see what a Christ-centered campus is like during college days at Pensacola Christian College. Visit pcci.edu for more info.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير بتدنيا دايروزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
Out of the serve, Heritage will, or out of timeout, and the serve, Heritage will play it. And another kill will make it 20-15. And Kaylee Hodges to serve. That's put across. That ricochets off the ceiling. In fact, ricochets off the ceiling twice, almost a third time. And that's 20-16. As Amber Edwards checks in. Serve here from Grace Ketch. Turned out front and then hit into the net, so 21-16. Serve from Garcia. Played back in the middle. That's actually a pretty nice play up front by Jones. Good reaction from Heritage as well. And saved on the far side by Jones again. Back near side. Tracked down and now finally bumped over. Good set on the near side. And it's a little bit too much on it by Caitlin Nieves. And that's 21-17. Played back to the middle and sent across. And that into the net, make it 22-17. Yeah, the little battle with the net won by Heritage. That goes off the ceiling and falls down. 23-17. And an ace will make it 24-17. And now set point for Heritage here. It's been a long two sets. Pushing almost an hour. Serve here. Played now to the far side. That bumped across. And now played by Panthers. That hit into the net, and that will do it. Heritage takes both sets. The second one, 25-17. And up next, we will move to our 2 o'clock matchup. If you give me 2 seconds here, maybe I'll figure that out. That's Providence and Reynolds Mountain. Providence and Reynolds Mountain coming up at 2 o'clock. You've been watching the NACA National Tournament.